What was that? Oh, I couldn't hear you through my faux fur hat. Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. Maryam here, about to review the new Huda Beauty Icy Nude Palette and collection. Obviously, as you can see, I have the palette on my eyes right now. This is the look, this is the vibe, but please be sure to watch this video in its entirety. I heard that this is Huda Beauty's final palette for the brand, and this is just a little bit shocking to me. So keep watching. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already. Thumbs up if you like this video, if you like this vibe. And now let's get into it. Huda Beauty final palette collection, Icy Nude review, tutorial, verdict and swatches. Here we come. Very cute little pouch. Actually, it's rather large. And in it we have the Icy Nude palette. Cool toned, lots of metallic shimmery shades. How gorgeous is that at first glance? Immediately what I notice is the different textures of metallics. I see a glitter finish with the shade Bling, so stunning. The shades Iced Out, VVS, and Diamond Dew look like a specific formula. Then Aurora, Platinum, and Gold Standards also look like a different formula. So it looks like there's some different variations within the metallics specifically. And the mattes look like your standard Huda Beauty mattes, but let me actually get into some of the details. We've got some info, some inspo. Unlock your ultimate icy vibe with our final 18 well eyeshadow palette. 18 well? Maybe they mean 18 pan. Damn, so I really thought that them saying that this Icy Nude palette is a final palette for Huda Beauty, the brand, is just a rumor, but apparently it's not a rumor at all. They are saying that this is their final palette. That makes me a little bit disheartened. I love Huda Beauty palettes. I collect them all. And this one looks like such a nice addition to the collection. No! Why are they doing this to us? All right, so the eyeshadow palette is available on October the 28th. It is $69 or 62 pounds or 72 euros. There's also a couple of new shades of the blush filter. These are $21 or 24 pounds or 28 euros. I love the blush filter blushes. They are some of my favorites. In fact, I was using the strawberry shade all summer long. It was my go-to. And now there's also some new shades of the Icy Nude Faux Filler Gloss. $19, 18 pounds, 22 euros. The brown shade looks like it's my vibe. And last but not least, we have the very cool looking face gloss. And it's this one right here. It's reminiscent of some of the other glosses that Huda has had, like the Pretty Grunge, which sadly is still sitting here, means that it has not been used by me at all since reviewing it. Not good. But I'm just saying, this reminds me of that. $39, 28 pounds, 39 euros. Whoa now. So basically the eyeshadow palette is a collection of silvers and cooler burgundies, 18 ultra pigmented shades, innovative textures to create fiercely confident, redefined, cool, shiny looks. I'm loving all the inspo here. I actually think I might recreate one of these. Huda's look. Love, love, love. Only thing I'm thinking is that this Icy Nude theme isn't like super on brand for Huda Beauty, which hails from Dubai. I would think that their final palette would be desert vibes inspired. And I'm saying that because, fun fact, in just a couple of days, I'm gonna be going to Dubai and I wanna take this palette with me, but I don't know if this actually matches my vibe. I don't know if this matches the Dubai vibe for me personally. But obviously their palettes are not just for the Middle Eastern audience, it's for everyone. But I don't know, I'm just sad. I don't want this to be the final palette. Huda, don't do this. Not to me, not to us. You know what? Let me set all of my personal feelings and emotions aside. Let me actually go ahead and create a look. Of course, I'm going to plug in a close-up of my swatches right now for you all to enjoy. But keep in mind, I did swatch these at the end of the video. Sometimes I feel like the swatches influence me a little bit in the way that I want to create my look. And so I started doing the swatches at the end just so I can see what they look like, because swatches honestly aren't very telling of the look itself. They definitely can't tell you anything about how these eyeshadows will apply onto your lids. Instead of like falsely influencing myself, I've now decided to conduct all of my swatches at the end, but plug them in as I mention them to you. Okay? okay. So now that I've done that, I think I want to be inspired by some of these looks. Obviously, I already have my foundation on. I'm wearing the Tier pink cushion. I like that one far better than the red. The red one is not for me, but this video is not about that. Obviously, I have a little bit of blush and a little bit of bronzer already on my face. I have my lip liner and just like a little bit of a tinted lip balm on my lips. Brows are set and done. So I am thinking this one is calling out to me. I mean, this almost completes my face, but this is definitely a look that inspires me. So kind of want to dabble into that. I'm wearing some silver earrings just for the vibes. And I definitely am going to try some of those lip glosses. So let's just go ahead and get started. My lids are already prepped and primed. I'm going to take this pointed pencil brush, dip into the darkest shade here, which is She Rich Silver Mirror. I'm going to start by applying that from the center all the way up in an upwards motion, adding a little bit of color at a time to create that drama and that lift. Boom. Quite like the way that looks. I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. I cannot believe I'm going to Dubai next week, you guys. It has been a place I've always wanted to go to. Just because so many people talk about Dubai, it is such a popular destination nowadays. Although I don't have super high expectations for it, just because I heard it's a little bit Vegas-y, and Vegas is not my favorite place in the world. Let me put it mildly. Actually, Vegas is one of my least favorite places in the world, but I heard Dubai is great, not for the Vegas-y feel, but for something else. I know it's obviously a different culture, and I'm very much interested in Middle Eastern cultures, and so I'm pretty sure I will like it, but not for the reasons why people go to Vegas. I understand that there is that reason that people also go to Dubai, but that's absolutely not me. I know there are far more interesting things to do there, so that is what I'm hoping to explore. But anyway, I'm excited for that. And if you're interested in following along, of course, you should be following me on the gram, because that is where I post my daily dealings, my trips, my outfits, my makeup, all the goods. All right, so now that I've kind of mapped out this lift, I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush. Something like this, the Sigma Flat Definer. Gonna dip back into the same She Rich shade, and I'm just gonna define it and kind of lift it in a more precise line towards the tail end of the brow. Same thing on this eye. Just define and lift. Yeah, so when it comes to travel, I far prefer places with history and with an established culture as opposed to brand new. Modern is cool, but like I live in New York, so I see modern all the time, which is why I was so incredibly impressed by Uzbekistan. Sure, there are modern parts there, but for the most part, many of the cities are ancient, like thousands of years old, ancient, and super well preserved. To me, that is far more fascinating and far more interesting than seeing skyscrapers, you know? But that's just me. I appreciate a good modern marvel as well. All right, I am really liking this eye so far. At this point, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of smoke with a slightly lighter shadow. So I'm gonna take this very tiny Mario brush. This is E6 dual-ended brush. I'm gonna dip into the shade right next to the She Rich. It's called Poised. Kind of like a plummy gray, if you will. And I'm gonna start smudging that line inwards, creating more of a gradient, like that. But I'm not going past this line. So I'm keeping the inner 2/3 of my lid blank still. In other news, my birthday was last week, and I actually didn't plan much. In fact, I didn't plan anything at all because I knew we had so much travel coming up in November. And although I did want to go on a solo trip, after my trip to Uzbekistan with my aunt and my cousin, I kind of wanted to explore traveling by myself. So that was definitely on my mind. But then with all the trips coming up, I'm going to another place soon after Dubai, another place that I'm very excited for. And so because of all these upcoming travels, I just decided to chill for my birthday, keep it local. But then what ended up happening was that a few of my friends decided to take it upon themselves to plan all these outings and all these dinners and all these surprises for me, which was so damn appreciated because I really thought that I was just gonna have a very mellow, very boring birthday. So I planned for nothing, ended up doing everything, ended up recovering for like 2 days afterwards, literally laying in bed with my cats. That's how much fun I had. But yeah, that's my life update. At the same time, there's so much going on in my personal life. Like, whoa, so many changes happening that I'm not sure I'm ready for personally, but I gotta embrace the changes. So right now I'm just using this Morphe M573 brush to blur out the edges of everything, kind of smooth that line too. I don't want it to be too messy, if you will, so I'm just gonna smooth it. Okay, that is looking really cute. So cute. Same brush. I'm gonna use this shade here called Faux Fur, kind of in between shade Poised and She Rich, just like more eggplanty, I guess. And I'm gonna plant that eggplanty shade, get it right here, very close to my lower lashes. Kind of connect here, but not go all the way in. I'm just keeping it somewhat contained in the outer portion, like that. And then back to that lighter shade Poised, right on top for a little bit of blur, little bit of blend. I like that. So now I want to do something easy and frosty on the center lid. I am thinking, first I need a little bit of a base, like a little bit of a matte base. So I'm gonna go in with that same Morphe brush. There's a really pretty pale pink shadow in here called IDGAF, and you know what that means. I'm gonna just highlight that center of the lid. That already looks so wintry and so pretty. It's not even frosty, but it looks so wintry. I think so far I'm really liking this color story. Still not sure if I want to take this palette to Dubai with me. I don't know. None of my outfits are like this frosty, so yeah, even the way that I did my makeup today, I wasn't expecting this palette to be this cool. It's kind of clashing a little bit. Like my very warm bronzer and my slightly rosy blush. I'm not sure if this is a vibe together. I'm gonna have to definitely do a little bit of fixing. All right, so there is a gold shade in here called Gold Standards. It's like a peachy gold. I'm gonna pick up a little bit on my finger and just dust it all over my movable lid, just to add a touch of warmth. I like that. And if I look at the picture here of her eye, there's definitely a little bit of warmth here in the center too. So I think I'm gonna keep that. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dip the same finger into this shade here called Aurora. This one feels really nice, really unique shade. I'm gonna add that right here to the outer third portion of the eye, but not so much on that wing. Still keeping the wing kind of clean. In fact, I'm gonna remove some of that frosting, just like that. A bit of fallout with that shade, but to be expected because it is on the pigmented side. All right, let me just dust off what I can. I'm not sure if it's dusting. It's kind of sticking, It's okay. All right, next. You guys remember this pencil from Natasha Denona, the Macro Tech Eye Pencil. I'm gonna add that to my lower lash line. This pencil is a unique color. It's a brown, but it's a very cool plummy brown. So it's not stark, but it'll definitely frame your eye. Kind of like a cool nude. Love that. And then, I really want to add this shade Bling. It looks so pretty and so different. She doesn't have anything like that on her lid, but I want to go for it. That's like the one difference that, oh, it is completely grainy and sandy. It is literally just glitter. So there will be fallout and this probably needs some glue. I don't have any glitter glue handy. So I'm just gonna tilt my head back and I'm gonna very lightly press. And this glitter is on the chunky side. Definitely feels very grainy and very sandy, but it does add very cool texture. I'm not sure if you can tell in the monitor. Of course, I will show you a close-up, but for now, I'm just gonna describe what's happening here. All right, yeah, glitter glue is a must with this shadow. Had I known, I would have had some prepared, but this is why you will be prepared, because you're watching my video and now you know. One last final thing that I want to do, I want to dip into this shade Iced Out. It also looks very different. In the monitor, it looks just like a shimmery white. In my close-up camera, you can tell that there's some pink and purple iridescent sparkles. This is a chunkier type of metallic finish, almost a foil. So I'm going to take a tiny brush, this one also from HUDA. I'm going to pick up some of that and place that in the inner corner. Not sure if that goes with my look or not, but it definitely adds some interest. I think I'm also gonna add that to the high point of my brow arch. Do you see how pearlescent and iridescent that is? Really stunning. Right here, just for a little bit of a peekaboo. Yeah, and then I'm thinking, I'm gonna take this big brush, the one that I used to blend, I'm gonna dip it into that Gold Standards. I'm just gonna run that through. Not so much for a shimmer finish, but just for a little bit of a feel, you know? Sometimes just that hint of gold and warmth can bring everything together. That's really pretty, and I think I'm almost done. I am gonna add liner. What do you think of my eye look?
It's nice, sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah, delicate, sweet.
Sweet.
Approachable.
Approachable.
Nice girl.
Nice girl. Oh, I have to edge it up for him. Huh, not what I was going for, but okay. Nice girl. All right, so I'm just gonna take this MAC liquid liner. I'm gonna trace out my inner corner very, very delicately in a nice girl way, kind of like this model has it. Then I am gonna wing that out. That suddenly took it from nice to devilish, no? Nice girl. Why would you say that? All right, let me do the same thing on this eye. So this is the MAC Brushstroke 24-hour liner. It is pretty good. I have several of them. It has that brush tip, which is very fine and precise. But the problem with any bristle tip, any felt tip liquid liner is that if you apply it over eyeshadow, over glitter, over shimmer, it gets contaminated and gets dried up, and then it's just not as good as it was before. But because I have several of them, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, long wing, bringing it back and connecting like that. Cute, cute, cute. Now, all I have to do is add some mascara. I'm gonna go for Cleantopia by CoverGirl, of course. Cleantopia is their clean mascara that I always like to use whenever I have heavier eyeshadow. Well, I don't know, I feel like I kind of like this look better without the liner. Maybe he was right, maybe it was giving much more of a nice, approachable, softer vibe. But now with the liner, it is definitely much more dramatic. Maybe this could be a good reference for a day to night makeup. All right, so now I definitely want to try out that blush, even though I already have powder on my face. But from what I recall, from what I imagine, the blush filter blushes are actually fairly versatile and fairly flexible. So I'm just gonna go in very sparingly with the lighter shade first. And I do have my favorite blush brush, this one from Half Magic Beauty. That's not sparing at all, girl. Oh, not too bad, right? Not too bad. I was able to quickly work that into my existing blush. It has this unique pinky brown undertones. You guys see it? I really, really like it. Before, after, just a couple of dots. Ooh, yeah. Whoa. Okay, cute. And now for that little bit of face gloss. I personally don't like to wear face gloss when my hair is down. I'm gonna try just a little bit, just on my cheekbones, maybe a little bit on the nose bridge. That's it. All right, and now for the lips. I am thinking this look has definitely come together, but I don't want to make it more brown. I kind of want to make it a little bit more frosty, a little bit more cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this shade She Flirty, or should it be this one? No, no, no. She Flirty is the one that it's gonna be. Oh, that pop, so good. Oh, bish, that's stunning. Oh, I love that vinyl shine. Gotta be careful not to put on too much because you will have those strings. Or just don't put it too close to where the lips touch. Final look. Let me show you a close-up and then I will release the bangs. The eyes, excuse the hair. You can see the fallout here on the top of my cheekbones. All the different shimmers. Damn, the eyes are a vibe. Ooh. Kind of obsessed. The lips, the cheek, the gloss. What do we think? Tell you what I think. This palette is 100,000% a vibe. Perhaps not a desert vibe, but a vibe nonetheless. Hold on, I might have a little something from HUDA to complete the vibe. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And it's a faux fur, of course. This is stunning. I can't help but appreciate the moment, the vision, the mood that this has put me in. Definitely, definitely, definitely appreciate this palette. This Icy Nude is stunning, and I refuse to accept that this is the final palette for HUDA. I am just gonna make believe that this is a marketing ploy, and there are many more nude palettes and other palettes coming out in the future. This is so, so pretty. I love it. I love the way that it looks on me. I love the juxtaposition of these cooler, taupier, plummier mattes with all the silver shades. This is giving everything that it needs to give, and I love. The quality is excellent. The price is not bad. Not great, but definitely not bad. And I want more. I want more. So that is my story. I am sticking to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this look. My take on the Huda Beauty Icy Nude Palette. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Comments below. Thoughts? Concerns? Let me hear them. Bring them on. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out. I'm out. Deuces.